Well, I did it again. I read books just because I think their covers are cute. Months ago, I did a video where I was reading only books that I thought the covers were cute, and turns out I actually really enjoyed, I think, all of them actually. So I thought, why not do this again and read books because I think their covers are cute. And on top of that, some of these books they were on my TBR, my books I would like to read soon TBR. So let's already get started. Let me present to you the books. The first book on this video is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. This is a literary fiction that follows two best friends. They are childhood best friends and they actually fall out of touch as they grow up, and many years later they are on university and they meet again and they decide to build a video game together. And this book follows their journey throughout the ups and downs of their friendship, dealing between friendship and work. And I wanted to read this book for so long now. I remember first seeing the cover when it came out, and there was just something about this cover that was calling my name. I was just so fascinated, and not only in an aesthetic basis, it seems to have something in this book that I will love. So I spent many years saying, I'm going to read this book soon, I'm going to find this book to buy. But turns out in my mind, I put in my head that I wanted to buy the hardcover of this book, but turns out the hardcover, every time I went to buy, it was sold out. And then recently I said fuck it and I bought the paperback because I just really wanted to read this book. I have no scientific proof that liking the cover of a book correlates with you loving the book, but with Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, it was right. As I said before, it seemed to have something in this cover that kept pulling me towards this book. I just looked at this book and I fell in love without even knowing what the plot was about, but I had a feeling I would love it. And I had no idea what it was about. I didn't know what the plot was, I didn't know what was the genre, but I had a feeling I would love it. And let me tell you, this was the first book I finished reading in 2024, and if this book is any sign for what my 2024 year in reading will be, then I am in a really good path, because this was not only a 5-star, this is a new favorite. I'm just so in love with this book, with the way the story is told, with the writing. Oh my god, I want to read everything Gabrielle Zevin ever wrote and everything she will write, because I'm just so much in love with this writing. I think I wasn't even halfway through the book when I was sure it would be a 5-star. You know when you love something so much, but so much that it is difficult to put it into words? That's how I feel throughout Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. And I guess I should trust more of my gut feeling when it comes to choosing books, because from the moment I saw this book, when it first came out, when it was first released, I had a feeling I would love it. And now I want to shove this down everybody's throat, because this book is just so fabulous and incredible. And I'm in love, and maybe I should do a shrine to it. Now let's move on to the second book in this video. Let me put Tomorrow, my love here. We have a sequel, Haites by Jessa Hastings. This, you can technically read it as a standalone, but it is the second book in the Magnolia Parks universe. And Haites, it takes place during the same timeline as the Magnolia Parks book, and it follows Christian and Daisy, and also Julian. Daisy, she is the little sister of Julian, who is a big England gang lord, and Christian, he's also a big England/London gang lord, and they kind of fall in love. I'm currently halfway through Haites, and I'm having a lot of fun with this book. It has a unique writing style, which it's kind of a unique writing style from the Magnolia Parks series, which is that I'm reading OG Gossip Girl vibes, but also I feel like I'm truly in the head of the characters. That being said, while I'm having a lot of fun reading this book, it's kind of frustrating how blind Daisy is when it comes to Christian feelings. And Christian was in denial for quite some time, and that is really fun to read about.
I'm in denial.
Most people who are in denial don't usually say they're in denial.
That's because they're in denial about being in denial. But I'm not in denial. I'm in denial.
But Daisy, it's just kind of frustrating, her thought process when it comes to
Is Christian like me? Or doesn't he? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't like me. That's what he does that, and it seems like he likes me. And he does these things, and you know, you should watch his actions. He seems like he likes me. And the question, he says, yeah, he seems like he likes me. He seems like he's jealous. He always seems jealous when I'm around other guys. He's jealous of you, my ex-boyfriend. But that's like, no, he doesn't like me. I like him, but he doesn't like me. And no, okay, he likes me. Okay, he doesn't like me. We don't have feelings. Don't be jealous. He doesn't like me. I do. I am in love with him. I know I'm in love with him. But he doesn't. You know why? Because he doesn't. I'm pretty sure he's hanging out with other girls. I know I haven't seen him hanging out with other girls, or it's just me that's very young woman, which probably was, most likely was to make me jealous. And I have a feeling he did that to make me jealous. But no, he doesn't like me. He's not trying to make me jealous. That's just who he is. It's just that he doesn't like me.
it's frustrating because it's the same thing over and over again. I'm like, girl, wake up. This man is dripping in jealousy every time you can hear another man. How can you not tell he likes you? Other people are kind of almost saying like to your face, he likes you. But how can you not tell he likes you? And it's not like she's seeing him once or a while. They talk quite regularly, they see each other quite regularly, they interact quite regularly. And girl, how you cannot tell he likes you? It's kind of frustrating. Hopefully this internal monologue gets a little bit better, at least this part of the internal monologue, but I have a feeling it won't, because we'll get the scene from Magnolia Parks, and I'm kind of waiting for it to happen and see what happens after that. Otherwise, this book, really fun, and I'm figuring out so much fun to figure out what each of these images on the cover is. The laundry machine is because she likes to doing laundry. The Italian flag is because they are friends with the Italian mafia. The frame is because they are into art. I wonder what the tiger is about so far. It's a lot of fun, except when she is questioning for the thousandth time whether or not Christian likes her. My feelings for this book, it's kind of mixed. Just like, honestly, it's my opinions about the cover of this book. While I really enjoyed the cover, I love how unique the OG covers for the Magnolia Park series are. And yeah, I love the composition of this book, of this cover. Even though there are some things that I don't particularly enjoy about the cover, like the guns. I don't really enjoy the guns, or the fact that the spine is orange. If you've been around for a few videos now, you might know that I hate orange. Orange is my least favorite color ever, and yeah, I hate orange. So just like this cover, I have mixed feelings about this book. Until around halfway through the book, maybe 45%, I was really enjoying the narrative, but then halfway through the book, I actually liked Julian's POV, and then halfway just seemed so random, and I started to really hate Julian, and it's just like the ick. And it seems to have some kind of mystery in his POV that the author tried to put it, that is almost like trying to set up for another series in this universe. And that was kind of weird, because in the end, because we don't have any answers for that little mystery in Julian's POV, I feel like this is a plot hole, and there is already this other plot line that we have no idea what is going on, that we also witnessed in the Magnolia Park series, of a love triangle between Henry, Joe, and Dora. And it's almost like she was hinting at another series. I don't know, I felt like there were too many loose threads throughout this book. And then we have Daisy and Christian. Christian, I loved his POV. Christian, I love that for a cool chunk of this book he's in denial about his feelings, and then they do him dirty, and I'm so sad for him, because why do this keep happening to this man? What did he do to deserve it? Well, I think I have an idea, but I felt so sorry for Christian. And Daisy, like from the beginning, I felt like she was a little bit annoying, but I had hope that she would get better. But she could just continue to be annoying. I feel like I'm not a Daisy hates girly. Daisy was just annoying for me, truly. And on her POV, let me try to find something at the beginning so I don't really give you a spoiler. On her POV, there are these footnotes where technically I guess this was supposed to be like more of her thinking. And at the beginning, it was fun. It was a fun addition. It was something unique to the writing. But as the book goes on, it starts to become too annoying because there are just too many of them. I think there are like around 460 footnotes, and some of them are just exclamation marks or yes, no, yes, no. It started to become annoying. I also feel like this book, it could have been around 100 pages shorter. There are 410 pages in this book if you don't count the little Magnolia Parks, the Long Way Home prologue kind of shenanigan going on at the end of the book. And I felt it could have been maybe 100, maybe 50 pages shorter, because once I was finishing this book, I was already like in my head, so okay, when will this end? What will happen? What explains so this book to be such a chunky little thing? Because I feel like the plot's not really adding that much. That being said, I still had a lot of fun reading this book. Also, I find the writing to be very unique, and I like that when you're reading from a character's point of view, you can really feel like you're in this character's head. In the end, I gave it 4 stars because I had fun, and this book doesn't feel necessarily as a 3 stars, but still maybe is a little too long. This year I decided I don't want to give I don't want to give half stars, just because I think it gets my rating a little bit too complicated and confusing for me to decide. I think I already said it in previous videos, but I have a very strict rating system where 5 stars is a book I really enjoyed. It's like a book that changed my life, a book that I want to shove down people's throat. 4 stars, it's a good book, it's a book I had fun reading. 3 stars is an okay book, I would recommend it still, but I wouldn't necessarily reread it because I feel like it's just not a book for me, but it's an okay book. 2 stars, that book is bad, or the book really wasn't for me. And 1 star, it's like books that shouldn't have ever been written, let's burn this shit, because it shouldn't exist. I have very few 1-star books in my life. So yes, that's my very strict star rating system when it comes to books. And if I was giving still half stars, I think like Daisy Haites might have been a 3.5, 3.75. But because I'm not giving half stars anymore, I would put it in the 4-star category, but on the bottom tier of the 4-star category. Now let's move on to the next book in my list of books I wanted to read because I love the cover. And my version, I got it translated to the Portuguese because all of my books in the series are Portuguese and I wanted them to match very, very cutely. And it is How the King of Elfhame Learned How to Hate Stories by Holly Black. This is kind of I would say well, it's a prequel, but it is neither a prequel nor a sequel. It's more kind of like a spin-off from the Cruel Prince. It's not even a spin-off. I don't know how exactly to describe it. But how the King of Elfhame learned how to say stories. It's basically a book that basically is a collection of short stories about Carden or the Cruel Prince, and we have stories about what happens after the Queen of Nothing. We have stories about his childhood, stories from when he was growing up, some POVs from what was happening, his POV of what was happening during some parts of the Cruel Prince, and I really love this series. So it felt really nice and comforting to be back in this universe. I loved learning more about Carden and seeing what was going on, what happened to them after the Queen of Nothing, and I love those characters even more now. And I knew this book was pretty, like, look at this cover, and there are illustrations. I wasn't expecting it to be this pretty. Let me find them. Like these are the mermaid people, the people from the sea. Let me see if I find more. Oh yeah, Carden and his door. If you read the Cruel Prince series, you know about the door. It's one of my favorite characters from that series. And here's little Carden with his door, and I just love this book. I don't think I have any B-roll from reading this book. Oh, this is baby Carden and a troll in the barn he used to sleep at. And oh, the illustrations, I don't think I said it, it's by Rovina Kai, and she's very talented. And I'm just, oh, I love this one. This is Carden and Jude when they were in school and in their enemy's face, and I think you can tell. I just love this book. I think it's pretty and I really enjoyed it, and I don't think I have any B-roll for me reading this book, just because I practically read it in one sitting. Technically, this is kind of a shortish book. My edition is 190 pages long, and there are a lot of illustrations, but I just had so much fun and I loved it, and I will keep this book in display. I gave it 4 stars also, but this one is like on my top tier 4 stars book, because it doesn't necessarily reach 5 stars because it's working on top of what happened in a series, but still I love this book so much. So it almost felt wrong giving 4 stars, but I know it's not a 5 star. This book's so pretty, so precious. That's it for books I read because of the cover. If you like this video, give a like, subscribe, and if you want me to do this again, please let me know, because I have other books that I really like the cover and I kind of want to read them because I like the cover. So if you would like me to do this style of video again, or maybe if you want me to read books where I just hate the covers also, you can let me know. I also have some ideas. I'm looking at some of them right now because my TBR is right behind the camera and I'm looking straight at it, and maybe some of those books are orange. So yes, that's it for this video, and I will see you soon. Bye.